water? Because your toast would get soggy.
Yeah, you all essentially, you did a little bit more shopping. You met our weird mimic controlling friend Ardo, who had some interesting goods that may or may not be legally obtained. And you guys chilled out at the Steady Beacon, the tavern, and then eventually made your way south into the Calaman Forest. Had a really weird encounter with yourselves, kind of, right? In this lake where you were trying to discover how to find this shadow temple, this temple of New Atari. And after you all, like after Sneak kind of revealed his true face, I think Melvin, you realized that you couldn't be Melodia at that, and you all were just kind of thinking of your darkest moments, maybe just or dark thoughts you've had. Your reflection started to appear on the lake, and a giant black obsidian, almost castle. It's a temple, but it looks almost like a castle with very sharp tower tops, started rising from the lake, from wherever it was down in the lake. You all folding boat to it. Yeah, and you kind of just make it to the entrance, which had a really nice platform, kind of a weird ceiling, really, really tall ceilings everywhere so far, where there was a giant hole and bright moon stolen through water at the entrance above this platform. And now you're in this very interesting room. And one thing I really want to emphasize on this recap is I kind of imagine horror movie vibe. Life, there's no life yet. There's no humanoids. There's nothing. There's been nothing yet. Just weird water dripping from the ceilings, and I guess pretty yet haunting structures and statues and trees and weird shit. But yeah, so far it's just you four, nothing more. And yeah, and to recap a little bit of the text messages, it sounds like our friend Melvin kind of walked around in this back area here. You should all be on Roll20, by the way. And let's try to keep the comments, I guess, on Roll20 if possible, just because that way it'll be easier for me to keep track of that stuff. So any of the chat, let's keep it on Roll20. You guys can control your own music now. I have music playing on Roll20. You can lower the volume on Roll20 if it's too loud. But yeah, so our good friend Melvin was back here exploring kind of these weird orbs and also this statue. And while there, Melvin discovered that this was supposedly a statue of Lidara of the Flaming Sword, the same hero that Ilastrius got the painting of in Mount Kawamba. Except this time, this hero has big stone wings popping out. And there was also kind of a weird, kind of like on the platform, there's a stone inscription that read, "Thou who'st allowed the world to accept pure darkness, our shadow angel, whom, along with Sir Zanis Sarlemir, the sealer and last bearer of the dragon lance, ended the foul knights of Takesis and their reign of false darkness." Kind of maybe to you guys, a pretty non apparently Dara helped fight something called the Knights of Takesis and ended their reign of false darkness. So it was enough for these temple goers to make a statue of them. I think Lyx, you also... Did you explore this area, Lyx, down here in Tex? I think you did.
Yeah, I went toward the swirling pool.
Yeah, and I'll bump this one because it's pretty important. But Lyx basically found this text. Oh wait, no, this one's actually, sorry, this one's found at the back of the room. Back here, there's actually on this wall over here where there's like this pretty arch. It's just in giant stone writing. It has the unity, power, truth, and acceptance. Our four tenets guide us into the darkness. Our four dark flames guide our view of the night sky. So that was found back there. Melvin found that. Melvin kind of explored these orbs and found that they may have arcane nature to them, but they seem pretty firmly attached to the ground. And from what Melvin could tell, they weren't too powerful of objects. They seem more ornamental in nature. But yeah, Lyx, I don't know if you remember anything I shared through text, or Melvin, anything else you guys want to add?
I think at the moment we were kind of deciding whether we were talking about the four values, four friends. So I think the way that Lyx was angling it was that maybe we take up four positions. Melvin has already moved to like the spot that I guess correlates to unity with like the four sort of benches to contemplate together. So
Yeah, there's I think 3 stone benches unless I'm missing one, but they're pretty big. There are these tiny. Oh yeah, there are these small little benches here. You're right. Okay. So Melvin, you share that then?
yeah, I guess Melvin looks to affirm Lix's earlier idea that the four, and Melvin explains that perhaps they should mimic that.
Yeah, and the placard that I noticed by the pool, it calls the area the Unity Pond. And just
Yeah.
I can reread it if you want, but it says, "Take a moment to sit and reflect in unison, for in the darkness we are one and the same, and in the darkness there is only one."
Yeah, so you found that plaque while exploring down here in this really beautiful but kind of still unsettling pond that keeps swirling slowly in circles. You couldn't tell if it was arcane or mechanical, what was happening with this Unity pond. But yeah, you did find that kind of nice message of, take this time in this room to relax if you need to. Yeah, basically to reflect in unison. And yeah, and Sneak also, above this depth statue found a weird hole. He crawled through it and found a very creepy note that I bumped early on in the session. Basically, that it was a weird note from 250 years ago. The red and white tyrants tricked us all. They plan to end our order. If anyone finds this, there are 4 dark flames are needed to activate the astral observatory in the entrance. Aim for Nuatari, then the way shall be revealed. I am praying Isabella is safe. In the darkness we are one. Sister Errol. So I think that's all the stuff you guys found so far. But yeah, I'll let you guys take over.
And so should I crawl through this hole? Because I think I'm still in this thing, right?
You technically are still in that hole. You just dropped the note from what I recall. I actually heard the replay like yesterday. So yeah, you kind of peeked your head back over Sneak and dropped the note for everyone. And then you crawled back to the light and saw, yeah, I forgot about this in the recap. Thanks for reminding me. You saw the next room to the right where you saw what looked like an ocean cliffside, like climbing along the right side of this room. So rocky cliffside, barnacles coming out, water dripping along this cliffside. And on that cliff, there's books. You can see books and what looks like could be like a library or something. It gets a bit high. It'll take a lot of climbing to see that, but you can, from your vantage point, see some books. And below all that, in the most of the room, is actually a giant pool. It looks like just filled with water, but the water is a little weird. It's hard to say if it's murky, because it doesn't look like dirty murky, but it looks misty and odd and almost like stars, like you're looking at space but in water. And I think, Sneak, you may have said like, oh, fuck this, I'm scared to go down there now. And maybe you crawled back, but I don't know if you jumped out, but that's where Sneak you left off.
Maybe I do. I don't know. Is that a room that I feel like I mean, is that a room that I need to explore? Should I explore the room? I'm gonna say I'm gonna go over to the main room that everyone's at. I'm gonna poke my head out of the hole. I'm gonna say, hey, should I check this room out? Do you want me to like go over to this next room and explore, or do you guys have like a better plan? What's all the hubbub?
Yeah, and I would say that Melvin and Lyx, you guys explored the room as Sneak was doing all of this, so all of this is now caught up.
What are we doing? Should I go explore this room, or do you guys have a plan?
Well, I mean, do you want to go it alone? We can always, maybe now that you know what's over there, we can find the entrance to it together. And if you want to come down, it seems like we could do a little something at this pool.
Sneak,
Yeah, okay.
you would be like almost 1,000% sure the entrance is this right room, this right entryway. Should
Okay.
lead to is about the same distance.
Where then I'll hop down and regroup.
Sure, do a
And-
dex check while everyone's talking.
And meanwhile, while you're dex checking, Melvin's gonna kind of see Sneak start to scramble down, hopefully successfully, and sort of remind him to bring that note that you've dropped. I'm interested to find out what kind of treasures you found. Oh
As you
god.
say that, Sneak is like maybe nodding his head like, "Oh yeah, sure, dude," and like trips over Death's scythe and just falls on his face. Doesn't get hurt, but a very
Man.
unglamorous flop. Maybe
That
the note's
statue just has something out for me.
like your face is probably like right next to the note now, Sneak.
Here's your stupid note. I'm pretty sure I tripped on that thing last time too, so I don't know. This thing has it for me.
Yeah, maybe you want to keep a distance from that. Come over here.
All right. So am I meeting you by the pool? Yeah, heard. Zoop. There I am. Hi, everyone.
Willow, come by the pool, quick.
I come over.
We gotta keep it real.
So what are y'all? You kind of just chilling?
Yeah, following the note. So, friends, this is a moment to reflect in unison about
I wish we had a-
darkness.
I wish we had a blunt by this little pool. That'd be sweet.
Melvin, a fan of Wacky Tobacco, actually thinks about it and kind of nods. Yeah, that actually.
Ardo was a seller of wacky tobacco and all kinds of contraband. If you guys wanted to give him a gold for something, a gold or two.
Maybe another
Melvin
time.
gives 1 gold.
Oh, okay. I'm down.
Retroactively.
Sure. So Melvin, you do this like fake lead up and then be like, do that like I guess like it'd be really cool if someone had some and you start like lighting it up or whatever.
Yeah, sort of uses some of their minor magic, some of that like fireworks magic, or maybe like base ray
Okay.
or fairy fire, something of that nature, some minor melodic scale.
Sure.
Lights the wacky tobacco and kind of inhales, exhales,
Cool.
and passes.
Uh,
I wonder what this all means.
are we sure we want to be in any kind of altered state? This place is a little weird to me.
I
Quit
think
your
since it's so
worrying,
weird,
Willow.
we should. I'd kind of like to be high if it's weird.
Same.
Yeah, and out of character real quick, this is you all like kind of chilling now, maybe chatting for 5 to 10 minutes. This seems like a very safe place to short rest if needed. So you guys can complete a short rest right now if you want to. I don't know if anyone needs to heal anything, but this is kind of me as a DM coming in, mini tutorial again. If there's a safe place to short rest, it exists. It exists. You can short rest. It needs to be at least I think 30 minutes to an hour, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, 1 hour. So it does have to be an hour. And then you can roll your hit dice, which you all should have on your character sheet. It tells you how many hit dice you have. And basically you can roll as many of those as you want to heal up, so you can save, healing magic, healing potions. It's kind of a chill way to regain health. But if you're max health, then you're fine. But yeah, so at least from now, time is going by here and things seem safe, and the beautiful purplish grayish trees are kind of glistening. Sometimes leaves fall down from these. And as the longer you all stay, actually, these beautiful little firefly creatures start to fly out of the trees hidden, and they start lighting up the area, and it starts to look kind of like a nice summer evening inside of this temple right now. But yeah, you guys are all chatting. I didn't want to totally interrupt, but yeah, so this is a short rest spot.
This is great. I'm so glad you did this. Okay, so moving forward, I'm a little stony. No, moving forward, what's the plan? Why are we here? What are we doing?
So it seems as though we're supposed to reflect here. From what I could tell, up at the top part of the chamber, these flames and orbs seem to be organized around the theme of 4. I think it's kind of weird and cosmic-y and Broncala vibey. Broncala has vibes that 4 of us exploring this temple. Melvin's really feeling it, I guess. And Melvin while Melvin's gesticulating, sort of passes it expectantly towards Willow to see what Willow does.
Wanting to go along with the unity, but also wanting to keep her head, she's going to take a puff but not inhale, and then just blow it out.
So I did say, so Willow, you can do a perception check real quick, as Melvin was kind of vibing, and I think his eyes were kind of closed a little, sharing good vibes. Sneak, I'll say you don't notice this, but Lyx and Willow, as Melvin is sharing these good vibes, and Sneak and all of you really, but especially when Melvin was kind of like vibing there, you all notice above the pond a small little flicker kind of appearing. A small, like as if someone's like trying to light a fire, but it's in midair about 2 or 3 feet above the pond. So it looks almost like just this little flicker of something, almost like a small flame.
Look at that. Wait, look at that.
I was gonna say Willow's
Being
gonna
so-
quietly wonder if she didn't need to inhale, and this is just a little delusion.
Whoa.
Does Willow? Yeah.
And in
So
seeing everybody else react, kind of chills out a little bit and thinks it's real.
yeah. Do you like? I was gonna ask. Does anyone like laugh at that, or I don't know. What feelings or emotes are happening right now here with this kind of weird moment?
Melvin's kind of like, yeah, hasn't really turned around or like opened up his eyes to see that there's a flame in front when they said, look at that. Yeah. Look all around us. The fireflies, the stars of friendship.
No, I mean, yes, but look, I think we're like doing something right now. Look at that.
Melvin opens his eyes and looks.
And then suddenly the flame starts to become an actual flame floating above this pool, and it's getting stronger and kind of swirling around and flickering, and it's this black flame that's floating above the pool now and kind of like moving around wistfully. And now, out of character, I want you all to pick someone in this party who represents unity the most to you. This is out of character.
I would say it has to be Melvin.
The flame starts to slowly. I saw I saw 3 votes. Yeah, so the flames
I
start to
accept.
flicker above the pond and slowly work its way toward you, Melvin. And you just feel this weird connection with this floating orb in front of you. You don't feel scared. You actually feel calm with it right in front of you. Maybe a little bit warm, but it's not a painful warm. It's not too hot. It's just a nice warmth from the cool dampness of this area. And then almost like a fairy or a friend, a weird mystical friend, it starts to like kind of dance around your head, and it just, whatever you do, it just kind of stays above you and stays with you and is just there floating around you.
I guess originally he'll like reach for his sword hilt, but then like definitely sensing that this is friends, this is vibes. There is no need for a sword. There is no need for blasting magic. And there's just kind of this like small smile that really sort of cracks over Melvin's face. He's feeling relaxed. He's not necessarily as anxious as he almost always is. Like really, he's experiencing a moment of calmness. And I guess he sort of looks at his friends and is like, yeah, this feels really good. And I don't think it's the whack. Actually, I'm sure it's not the wacky tobacco talking. Wow, I feel so in harmony.
I actually have so maybe Willow, you mentioned this already, but is this anyone's? Well, actually, it would only be Willow because I know Sneak, Melvin, and Lyx have smoked wacky tobacco. Willow, is this your first time? I'm just wondering if like this is Willow's first time, if this all just feels surreal or something. You also don't need to share if you don't want to, but it's just kind of a funny thought. Like,
Yeah, no, I feel like she's had to like fake it in social gatherings before, so it's a normal thing. She doesn't really, but
yeah, so you guys are all like, I guess, kind of high right now as these beautiful fireflies are floating around you, and this weird, nice flame. It's just kind of dancing around Melvin right now and seemingly, harmless, totally harmless, just this weird little flame being floating above Melvin.
It's crazy. This is crazy.
Oh my gosh, wait. So, like, remember the thing that you pointed out? You were saying there was 4 flames, and we just got one, right?
Definitely. This feels
Oh,
like it.
snap.
Wow. So, man, I feel like we all have to get one to access what was it called? Astrology Center? Astronomy Tower?
Mhm.
Observatory, he sort of thinks. And, man, so I guess this is our first riddle that we've solved in this place. This place bespeaks magic vibes.
So if we gather more
Shall we
flames,
continue, my friends?
so if we gather more of these flames, then we can get everything we need to do.
I think that seems to be the path I'd like to take, at least. Willow?
Cool.
we can at least give it a shot. We're here.
Well, no,
Blame
I
me
meant
out.
past the tobacco. You're just kind of holding on to it.
Oh yeah,
Amber.
I've just been holding this whole time. All right. Yeah, I'll pass it over to Lyx, I guess.
This is fucking awesome. You all get inspiration. All of you. You all get inspiration. I'm just dying over here.
Yeehaw!
This is great.
So, Sneak, did you tell us what you saw in that other room?
I don't think I did. Sorry. So I was looking on this other room over here, and it looks like a giant library. It is very scary in there, but it would probably be, I feel like, less scary now. So we could check it out. Do y'all want to check it out?
Less scary because we've dulled our senses.
Yeah.
All right, just making sure. Let's go.
All right. So we are going to check out this room. And I'm pretty sure if you guys follow me through this doorway, we could probably get where we need to go. I don't know what to do in this room specifically, but we'll figure it out. Let's roll.
So you all head to this rightmost room then.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So yeah, I'll describe it as you guys are coming in, and I'll shift the map in a second. But yeah, so it's basically, as I already described, you see this ocean cliffside, right? Maybe you can see kind of what looks like, like bookshelves, barely. It's really high up. It's hard to tell. And then there's this very strange water. Yeah, about 10 to 20 feet from where you guys are walking in. Just this strange misty water. It's not misty. There's not mist, but it looks like almost, fuck, what did I describe it as before? Almost murky, but not like in a dirty way, almost in a galactic, looking at a galaxy in the water kind of way. You all also notice on the rightmost side, and these are very clear, of the room, this giant black orb, a giant red orb, and a giant white orb near each other on the rightmost side of the room. But right now you all are, yeah, I don't know. So does anyone, what do you all do as you enter this room? It's basically the pool, that's it. The pool, and then this far cliffside, and then these giant 3 orbs, white, black, and red.
Do you have an image for this one or no?
I do.
Oh.
I do, but I actually want to know first things that you all do. Just first impressions.
Are
Or,
the
I don't know if you want to do a check or anything.
are the orbs like glowing at all, or that's just the color they are?
Everyone do a perception check then. From how far you all are, it's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell if it's glowing with those perception rolls.
Ooh, 21.
Oh, okay, Melvin. You can tell there is a dullness to the black one and the red one, but the white one seems brighter, and you're pretty confident that it's not just because of the color. There's almost some kind of like light emitting from this whiter one, as the other ones they look more dull. And it's not just because of their colors.
Is it fair
Go
to
ahead.
assume that Melvin, with that perception check, would have realized that there are 3
Sure.
giant moons,
Yeah.
religions,
Yeah,
3 giant.
That's a very fair assumption.
So at this point, Melvin's like, well, the temple seems to have been corrupted. I think the balance is shifted. I just kind of feel it in the aura of this orb.
Makes sense.
It looks
I
to
would-
Sneak. You were saying something?
Yeah, I wanna know, is this water or is it something else? And Sneak is gonna kind of walk up closer to kind of the water, and then he's gonna like stick his finger in it, and just to see if it's wet or if it's even if you're gonna burn his finger off. He doesn't care. He's sticking his finger in it.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to do a check with this? But this also, I can also give you something. Yeah, I mean, it feels like water, but a little heavier, and you feel like you see something in the water, but you might think it's just fish, like river fish, like these beings moving around, Sneak. And you're kind of touching the water. It does feel a little more viscous. It does feel like kind of like heavier than normal water, but it seems like you might be able to swim in still. And then, Sneak, as you're touching the water, there's kind of like some ripples that start forming from you touching it, and then ripples come back and answer you touching the water.
Weird.
And then you feel the water shake
Mhm.
and shake and shake
Oh,
as the
shit, what'd I
room
do?
starts to rumble, and out of the water, all of a sudden, hold up, let me see if I can find.
Sorry, everyone.
No, you're good. The room starts to shake as the water starts to go into waves and waves as it ruffles, and out of the water, 2 giant tentacles of a being of unknown magnitude, unknown size, and I need you all to roll for initiative and spawn yourselves into the room as giant tentacles have emerged from this pool.
Oh fuck! I'm sorry, y'all.
Low-key, I've been waiting to roll initiative for a little bit. It's been a minute. Get those number sheets out, all numbers to know.
Oh yeah, and if you hit initiative on your sheet, it should automatically spawn you in my thing. But Abby, it's okay, I'll add you. Oh yeah, and if you spawn yourself, whoa! If you spawn yourself, I should be able to right click too. Can you see it, Melvin? So you guys are over here. So if you could spawn somewhere near over here, that would be great on the left side of the room.
All I see is like a black screen. Am I missing something?
Did you spawn yourself?
Oh, I think I'm way in the corner. Sorry.
Yeah, you should spawn yourself. Yeah, Sneak, thank you for spawning yourself close to the water because that's where you were. Okay, I got Melvin. Oh shit, Melvin with a natural 1. All right, Sneak, you got a 17. So you will be first.
This is terrifying. That thing is huge.
Yep, let me add everyone to the initiative order real quick. 9 for Willow. And Lyx, did you spawn yourself? I don't see you yet. Do you want help? Spawn you real
I'm
quick.
lost in a corner. I'm trying to figure out how to move myself into the right space.
Here, I'm moving you in. Do you see it?
Oh yeah. Let me do it.
All right, Sneak, so you will actually start us off.
For
And what-
combat reasons, can you delete the other, there we go. Thank you.
Yep, so Sneak, you're up first, and let me get some gems as these giant tentacles have spawned from room as they're just standing tall above you all, 30, 40 feet taller than all of you, just looking at you like as if they're separate sentient beings, and they look menacing. They look like they're coming for you all. But Sneak, you were alert enough to be first and get
Okay.
us rolling.
All right, so I am over by these stairs. I went up there and I had to touch the water, but now it's done. So I'm gonna just go ahead. Shit.
The tentacles.
How much time has passed?
I'd say you guys, you were probably at the Unity Pond for like 20-ish minutes, right? You guys didn't do an actual
Okay.
short rest.
I did not
Okay.
do a short rest.
Yeah, so Sneak, you still have your spider climb.
Oh, okay. Sick. That's great to hear. So I'm gonna just jump on this wall that I'm close to, and I'm gonna just climb up the wall as far
Uh-huh.
as up as I can. And
Cool.
then
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna shoot him with one in the chamber.
All right, do it.
Boom. All right, let me
I'm-
roll real quick.
I'm guessing the one right next to you, the closest one.
Correct. Correct.
Yep.
It's dexterity, and then +2, so 21.
Okay. Roll for damage. That hits.
Give me a second. I just where is it? 6, and then 8 piercing damage. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know what that piercing is from.
So 6, and then it says 80/320 crossbow gauntlet +4. So 6, I guess 6. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, the piercing I'm not too sure of. I'll go ahead. Yeah, you hit it.
Sweet.
You hit it. It kind of flails in anger. Anything else you want to do? Bonus action, free action? If not, we got Lyx next.
No, yeah, I'm gonna end my turn there, and I'm gonna just reload, I guess.
Cool. And a reminder, you guys can lower the volume in your Roll20 if you need to. I kind of lowered it too. Okay, cool. So yeah, you smack this left one. You pierce it, but for the most part, it's, it doesn't really wail in pain. It's just arrow hits it. Lyx, your turn.
All right. So I am gonna take a few steps back toward the entrance, and I have to maintain.
And I want to say that the room has suddenly gotten colder, and there's almost like a dark haze coming, but you can still see. But it's a vast change of mood from where you all were just now in the Unity Pond. Feels unsettling. It feels like you're not alone, and not just because there's 2 giant tentacles looking at you.
Okay. Can I look around, like see if there's anything behind me?
Do a perception check.
11.
Same as always. Giant tentacles your way. You see your boy Sneak climbing up on a wall above you.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, you notice
I will
you
try
remember the orbs. By the way, the orbs are over here. I kind of forgot to say that.
Right.
So there's the white orb, black orb. It's kind of unclear, the black one, and then the red one.
Are there waves like forming, or how's the water moving?
Yeah, there's waves. It's slushing around. And actually, since you made a perception check, you every now and then you see a couple of fish jumping out of the water, like kind of flop around. But there's big waves coming now as this whatever is here is moving things around.
Okay, I'm trying to think about using shape water to like freeze a portion, almost like creating a barrier for us. Like if one of the waves comes up toward the side, and that would be, you can freeze water, a 5-foot cube of water for an hour, provided there are no creatures in it though. So if there's fish moving around, maybe I can't.
Yeah, and this is a creature in the water
Even
too.
if it was like coming off the like a wave moving past the water.
So you want to freeze? Can you kind of explain
Almost
what your
like
goal is with-
Katara's like freezing a shield, like a barrier for the squad.
So shape water. This is the cantrip.
Yeah. No. Okay. That's okay.
Doing actually, you can try. You can try if you want. It'll be an action though.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna try and do it as my action is to do like a 5 foot a wave that's coming up, trying to give a little bit of protection for
Okay.
those on the ground.
Okay, so you're trying to make a barrier ice thing.
Yep.
Coming out of the water, do a strength check.
Oh my god, natural 20.
Are you serious?
Yes, yes.
Holy shit. So you cast this and the waves, you're scared the waves of the power of the waves of these tentacles that they're causing are going to break your thing. And you do see small cracks forming, but you hold your resolve. And there is now, I don't know if you want to add like a weird symbol, if you're able to do that real quick, you can put it where you want to, and do it however big your spell allows you to do it. There is now a small little ice wall there. Is there anything else you want to do? I will say, Abbey, so what this will do, I'm kind of improving here.
Uh-huh.
This is going to be concentration now because this being is so powerful that this will not hang on, but it is providing at least half cover for everyone behind it.
All right. Well, I can't hold concentration, so it's
Why?
just for that round then. Because I have a concentration on spider
Spider
climb.
climbs a concentration. Okay. It's this round.
Okay.
It's a cantrip, love.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. No, that's
I'm trying to
fine.
work with you.
Yeah, I'm done.
Any bonus action, anything else? Okay. The tentacles, frustrated with this ice barrier, look for the being that shot at them. And the tentacle closest to you, Sneak, reaches out and slams right next to you as you're able to crawl away. And you actually dodged this first hit. And then the other tentacle is having none of it and goes right at you, Sneak, and slams into you, Sneak, doing 10 damage. And now, Sneak, I need you to do either an acrobatics or athletics check. Nice!
Thank God.
Oh, yeah. So the creature slammed into you, and the tentacles starting to wrap around your legs, and the sucker's starting to attach your leg, and squeeze your leg out and avoid being grabbed by this being. But you do take 10 damage, and I can subtract it from your health. You have 23 health, right, Sneak?
Yeah, I already did it.
Okay. Oh, perfect. Okay. Oh, nice. You did. Awesome. Thank you. Awesome. That's the tentacle's turn. So our friend Sneak got slammed onto the wall. I'm not sure. Actually, since you did so good with acrobatics, I'll say that you are able to still hang on as a spider, to the wall. But I'm assuming that maybe that would have been a test as well.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Willow and then Melvin. Yep, that's it for my tentacles.
Okay, so are any of the tentacles in melee range of me? Like if I get up on the edge of the water?
Not quite. No,
Okay.
they're at least 10 feet away from the edge of the water, unless you swim in.
Oh, no, not doing that. So seeing that the room is either getting darker or trying to get darker, she's going to slam her axe on the ground twice and activate Kirijo's Blessing, which makes, I think, bright light for 20 feet.
Yep. It's the light spell, I think, basically, or like a torch effect.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's lighter now. Yes, some of the haze kind of dissipates around where Willow is now.
I'm assuming, given how dark it is, it might not like light. And either way, it's easier to see. So I think she is going to use, since she can't do any melee, she's going to use the radiant damage. It's 1d6 she hits.
Yep. So you can roll to hit that.
Sorry, my page is taking forever to load. I'm so sorry.
You're good. Melvin, you are on deck next. Awesome, that hits.
Okay.
So
it's
then you
1d6.
roll your d6, and I think you add a d4? No, whatever I don't know, whatever I gave you. Is there anything added to that?
No, so it uses my normal weapon attack modifier to hit. The damage is 1d6. It's 1d4 if I'm hitting with melee and it's activated.
Oh,
when I'm
gotcha.
hitting with melee.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
you
did.
So for the first time, I think Willow unleashes this magic Kirijo kind of holy radiant energy blast. Left or right?
I'm gonna go for the one that Sneak already damaged,
Yeah.
especially since it's closer to him. So yeah, left.
Cool. As it hits, it kind of like wails and flops around, and the room kind of shakes for a moment, as you could tell it did not like that at all. Anything else for you, Willow?
I think she's just gonna quickly call out, I don't think it likes radiant, and kind of take the stay where she's under half cover for the ice.
Perfect. Alrighty. If that's it for your turn, then Melvin, you are up. And then we are back to Sneak at the top.
So kind of taking in everything that sort of happened in this first round, Melvin's at the bottom of the order. Basically kind of really caught off guard by the sloshing wave. He's not quite able to get prepped, so he is very slow moving. Maybe it's the wacky tobacco, maybe it's a little bit of fear. But in any case, he sort of reaches towards the amulet of melodic enchantment, tries to touch it, yells, "It's time to slay, honey."
And you do,
nothing
yeah, you do
happens.
your twirl. Yeah, you do like your dance, I think, like Melvin. And
Yeah, he gets ready to like spin in circles and nothing happens.
Melvin, you look at your amulet and the light is dull. The light is dull in the amulet. You can't feel Melodia. You can't sense them. It's just you right now.
Performance anxiety. So Melvin scrambles for his short sword. Melvin and sort of darts a little bit forward. We're gonna go to kind of get behind. Well, actually, he's already behind the shield, so I take that back. He's gonna aim up towards the tentacle that has Sneak, that is sort of harassing Sneak, and strategically aiming over the ice wall. I'm going to cast Dimension Beam.
Oh,
So, Dimension Beam, go ahead and roll a save, a dexterity save.
for my tentacle, the left one?
Yes, please. Yes.
A natural 20.
No way.
Yeah, so what happens now?
So basically, I guess it's trying to summon moonlight to sort of attack, but it misses, causing no damage.
Oh, fuck, I forgot. Yeah, that's this one. All right, Melvin, this is what I'll do I have an idea. Roll a d20. This is luck. This is just random luck. Don't worry, it's not you're gonna miss the tentacle still. So this
luck
just roll a d20.
15.
Okay, and this, you said this is like a moon-like beam?
Yep.
In your fluster of Melodia not working, you send out the beam, totally missing, and something in this room just somehow redirects the light and slams it into Solinari, right? What you deciphered was the white orb of Solinari. As the light of Solinari dims down, now all the lights of these orbs are the same dim light, longer bright. The white moon orb is no longer bright, dull like the rest. So they're all dull, and since you noticed that in your perception check earlier, just a note.
Okay.
So a weird phenomena occurs here with the arcane energy in this room. Any bonus action, anything, any free action, anything else you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna use bardic inspiration. So come on, guys. I don't know why Melodia's not working, but whatever we gotta do, we've got to figure this out. So everybody, you get a 6 to add to your roles, your skill set.
It's not just one creature?
I think
you have many?
It's the number of choose one creature other than yourself.
Yeah.
You're right. So actually, I'm going to give it to Willow.
Okay.
Willow is going to be particularly inspired by it. Sorry, Sneak, I wish. So then with that, I'm going to end my turn.
Oh yeah, and you remember you all have my inspiration, which is just the advantage to anything. Okay, Sneak, your turn. And then we got Lyx.
I was literally about to ask you if I still had your inspiration. Okay, I might do something stupid. I think what I want to do is I want to... Okay, how close am I to the left tentacle?
So you would have to like climb above the roof at this point. But yeah, it's probably like if you do your movement, so probably like 10 to 20-ish feet climbing up above it, then you are very close to it. You would probably be within 5 feet of it.
Okay, then I want to do that. And I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna jump off and stab it if I can. I'll try to grab it and put my dagger into it as far as I can. And just getting in there. I'm gonna try to get in there if I can and just rip it apart.
Yeah. Do that attack at advantage. Do that attack at advantage as you are literally jumping onto this being.
Would that be strength or dexterity?
It would be your attack. Just do your normal attack. Roll to hit at advantage. And then I might make you do a check after that, actually. But let's see what happens here.
Not good.
It's at advantage, so you get one more.
Okay. Still not good. Still not good at all.
Yeah, that misses. That misses. Ooh. So do a now you gotta do a strength check. Do a athletic check.
A strength check?
No, you don't. You got your spider climb. Do an acrobatics check. Sorry.
Acrobatics. Okay.
You still have spider climb. So I think, Abbey, can you climb onto beings?
Yeah. Yep.
That was 17.
Feeling. Okay. You're hanging on. It's helping you. It's slippery. This is definitely not as easy as the walls with the spider climb, but it's helping you stay on. Sneak, you are now on this tentacle.
Okay. I think
Okay.
I'm gonna just hang on for dear life for a minute.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
I'm gonna end my turn.
Cool. I'm gonna say the tentacle reacts to this and just like smacks. It kind of moves around in the water and breaks your ice shield immediately, Abby. Just the force of the tidal waves is too much at this point. Your ice breaks completely as Sneak is hanging on, and we got Lyx on deck now. So Sneak is on this tentacle.
Sorry.
Yeah, I guess Sneak, like even on it, like it was just moving too much, and you just Lord of the Rings style, just like fuck, you just can't really get a good stab in. But you're hanging on, you're still on it.
So I'm looking up at Sneak and feeling really stressed because I have to keep my spell energies on him. And I'm gonna take one more step back, and then I'm gonna scream to Sneak, "The rod! I don't know, like get off the thing, get off the thing!"
The movable rod? Okay.
I don't know. I just like I'm terrified of Sneak being on that creature. He looks so small up there. And I'm gonna try and shoot Ray of Sickness to the other tentacle.
Sure. Do I have to roll something, I'm sure?
I have to make a
Oh,
ranged
attack check? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Woo-hoo. How's 23?
Hits. Roll for damage.
16.
Nice.
Okay, and it has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, so you did 16 damage, and now I have to do a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-huh.
It rolled a 19. I'm pretty sure that beats your thing.
Okay, yep, it's fine. So it is not poisoned.
Cool. Anything else?
That's it. I'm just gonna stay back.
The tentacle, furious at you attacking you, Lyx. Oh, you do have a lot of friends in the way. Goes for the closest person of what it thinks attacked it, and goes for Willow. So this rightmost one reaches for you, Willow, and I have the impression that a 24 hits.
Yeah, just barely.
Willow, you will take 11 damage. I'll subtract that. And I need you to do a athletics or acrobatics check. Nice. Same thing happens. It starts to wrap around you, and you, Willow, somehow with your strength are able to break out of its grip, maybe roll out of being totally fucked. But the other tentacle then goes for, I'm actually going to say, Willow, that this probably causes some movement. It does go for Lyx here. Reaches in, and so it's this tentacle that Sneak is on right now, and goes for you, Lyx, and hits a 20, which I think hits you. So you take 10 damage.
Okay, and I just lost concentration, so Sneak no longer has spider climb.
Well, do a Constitution check.
But it's if I take damage.
Oh, really? No.
Yeah.
You hold resilience. You have a Constitution check you can do. Did you already subtract your health, or do you have 16 health?
No, I have 25, so I should be at 15.
Okay.
For the
I'm pretty sure the
Constitution
rule
check-
is you do a Constitution check to see if you hang on, if you can maintain
Okay.
concentration after getting hit.
I got a 17.
You hang on, so you're able to still concentrate.
Okay.
But now I need you to do an acrobatics or athletics check. Lyx.
Okay.
20.
Nice. Same thing happens. Did you do acrobatics?
I
You can
did.
tell, like it slams into you, punches you, like blood comes out of your mouth as it starts to try to wrap around you. You're able to get out of its range as you avoid getting grabbed by it. You're all doing really good at not getting.
I imagine I did like a death drop splits, like just literally just flat on the floor.
Yeah. Alrighty, and that's it for the tentacles, actually. So they're just punching you up a bit. Willow, it's your turn. They look pretty fine still. The
Okay.
tentacles look absolutely unfazed.
So they've been slamming down on us. Do they stay or do they go back up? Like, do I
They
have
go
melee
back
then?
up immediately. Yeah. They do go back immediately. It's like a giant punch, and
Would
then it
that
tries
be
to
an
wrap around
opportunity
you.
attack, since it's moving into our
Sure.
space?
With this,
now?
I think with this one, yes. Good call. With you can use it
Okay, I
as well.
am definitely going
You guys, good call.
because I would like to hit this
good
with
call.
melee real bad.
Wow. Okay, Melvin, you hit. Roll for damage. Okay. Nice. Okay. Yeah, you just roll for damage. Oh, did you rage? I guess you
did.
did. Oh, okay. So
I
it
didn't.
is-
I didn't say that, so I'm just gonna keep with that. But it does have a D4 because of the blessing. Let me check that.
Go ahead and do that. Yep. You
Yeah,
can roll that D4 real quick.
I'm just gonna do with my dice.
Yep, that's fine.
That's a 1. So
That's fine. Hey,
6.
all damage counts. Yeah, so as it smacks into Lyx, you guys immediately you kind of back up and just do your / combined little duo combo. Lyx dodges, and the tentacle goes back. So nice opportunity attacks, but you guys have no reactions until your next turn. But Willow, it is your turn now.
Okay. Would it be cheating to just use the second number there for? Oh wait, no, that wouldn't be melee. No, it still works.
Sure, I can take
You
that.
want me to roll again?
No,
I
that's
can
fine.
roll.
I'll
Okay.
take that. You can roll your d6 radiant. You're doing your radiant range thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. On the same one, left one.
No, whichever one Sneak isn't on, I don't
Okay.
really know what happens if he falls. So that's a 4 again.
Okay, perfect. Blood is starting to ooze actually out of this leftmost one. It's starting to like where the few injuries you guys have hit. Some blood is pouring out now. You guys are piercing its skin. Still looks firm and strong though, still kind of like wriggling around. Anything else?
No, I think that's about all I can do. Just ready for the next attack.
Perfect. Melvin, it's your turn, and then we're back to Sneak.
Really quick clarification. When you said
Yep.
that it is the leftmost one, you mean this one? Sending ping now?
That's right for me. So left
Okay.
is this
I didn't
one.
know if he had it flipped on his side.
No.
I was like,
For
I
me,
don't-
yeah, for me, it's right next to the orbs over here on the
okay.
wall.
Oof. So then, go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw.
Sure. Which one is this one
This
for?
shatter. Damn it!
16.
So yeah, shatter on a unsuccess. So
Oh, and you're
half
aiming the right one,
damage.
right? Because you don't want to hurt Sneak. Okay.
Yes, right. So I'm aiming in a 5-foot radius, but I do want to mention that I've like scooched it over
Yeah.
so that it's at the top left quadrant, so it's not gonna hurt the orbs.
What's the radius of it? It's only
So
5?
I'm gonna roll 60
Or-
feet. Oh, the radius of the orb is 10
Okay.
feet.
And you don't want it to
So,
hit the orbs, so you're gonna hit it somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere kind of akin to like here.
Oh, so you still want to try to hit
Does
the
that
other
make-
one. You want to hit both of them. Is that what you're trying to do?
No, but that's exactly what sort of happens. I'm
The
gonna
other one
say since,
fails.
you know,
The other one has a 8 for the Constitution
okay,
check.
so then let me roll my 3d8 thunder damage. Okay, 6, 9, 10. So the one that failed gets the full 10.
Nice.
The one that didn't gets 5.
Perfect, yep.
So to give us a little, yeah, basically blast
Do you
waves
want to
of,
describe what this looks like?
So basically, Melvin remembering the sort of spells that he's just been taught by Broncala and Melodia, even though he can't sense his connection, he knows Broncala's with him. And so he just throws his hand out and focuses on that point and yells, shatter.
Perfect. And
So
just like,
then-
yeah, everyone hears this sound, but it's unpleasant and loud and sudden, but not painful. But the two tentacles swirl around like crazy. And actually, I'm going to need Sneak to do another acrobatics check. And Melvin, you could still do something. You can keep going.
Yep. And then so my bonus action is actually going to be yeah.
You hang on, Sneak. You're hanging on for dear life onto this giant fucking tentacle.
I'm going to go ahead as my bonus action and focusing on Sneak healing word at 2nd level. So I'm going to burn a spell slot there.
Alrighty. How much do you heal for? 9 health.
9.
Perfect. So, Sneak, you can add 9 more health to yourself.
That's my action, bonus action, movement. Let's see. I don't think no matter where I move, I guess I'm going to kind of take up position behind Willow. So, gosh, now I got to select the doop, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. The tentacle here it's hard to tell because it's a tentacle, but you could tell it's like whirling around violently. And as you know, if a tentacle could be angry as fuck, it is that tentacle right now. Sneak, it is your turn. You just got healed from your friend. You're fucking like rodeoing on this tentacle, still hanging on for dear life.
Giddy up, Sneak.
As you can feel the anger of these tentacles now, Sneak.
I don't even know what I'm feeling right now, but I'm gonna reach within me, the pit of me, and I'm just gonna try to just stab
Yeah.
it, dude. I'm
Do it
gonna try
again.
to do that
Yeah,
now.
do it again at advantage. Do it again at advantage.
All right, fingers crossed, everybody.
You're hanging on. You're doing something risky here.
19.
Nice. That hits. You can roll again. You can roll again in case it's a nat 20.
No, we'll
you never
go-
know.
Well, it's
Okay.
19 and then +2 because of my proficiency. Or I'm right.
Well, it's whatever that sheet was, Colton. Should be your hit, but I'll take this. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah. Anyways, yeah.
So roll for damage, and go ahead and add your sneak damage to this too, because this was at advantage. So you can do your damage and your sneak attack damage.
So an extra 2d6. All right, we're gonna go. So 20.
I think it's like 3d6 or something.
3d6.
Oh, 20. You did it already. You rolled it on
Mhm.
that. Is that what that is?
I think that's
Holy-
what it is.
Is that? I guess that's possible.
3d6.
Well, no, with
No,
oh no,
that's
wait,
not.
with your modifier, yeah, with your modifier, your damage. Okay, 20 damage. Holy shit. Okay, you go. How does this look, Colton? Describe it.
Okay, so I think like after Melvin did that crash and it kind of whiplashed me, I get flown back and then pop back up, but I end up grabbing it. But when I grab it, I actually like kind of dig my dagger into it so I can like have something to hold on to a little bit better. And I get my grip and I just like start stabbing it maybe like 3 or 4 times, trying to just basically open up a big hole into the arm so like I can even just wiggle inside and just like I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, you do create a big hole. You're just slashing through it now. You got some good hits into it, and blood, this purple blood starts oozing and spitting out at you as you're just going to town on this tentacle, and it's just violently moving around in fury. I need you to do another acrobatics check, actually.
Okay.
But you got a really good hit on it there.
16. Not bad.
You're good. Yeah, you're good. You're hanging on. You're just fucking rodeoing it. You're going insane. I feel like Sneak is just having, I don't know, maybe Sneak, you're having fun. I don't know.
I am having
But
fun.
you're just you're just rodeoing as you're stabbing the shit out of this tentacle. And this tentacle is bleeding everywhere now, profusely from its wounds.
Has anybody ever seen Doctor Strangelove and the movie, like it's from the 40s? At the end of the movie, they drop the atom bomb and the guy's like rodeoing it down. Like that's how I kind of imagine myself, like just going ham, having a good old time.
I haven't seen the movie, but I know exactly what moment you're talking about because it's a famous scene. He's like on a fucking mist or something. Yeah. Awesome. Anything else for you, Sneak?
I think I still have a little bit of turn. I think honestly, maybe I'm gonna try to do a jump to safety. I don't know if it's in this back area over here or maybe in this area over here, but if I could, I'd like to try to just jump off.
Okay. I'll say because you rolled good enough at acrobatics this whole time, you can choose where you land and you'll be okay.
Okay, I'm gonna move down here on this shore then. And then I'm gonna end my turn if I can.
So you're joining the crew? Sorry, where'd you go?
I just jumped basically off close to the shore by the left tentacle.
Okay. I don't see your token, but okay, I'm guessing you're
somewhere
that's
weird.
there.
Yeah, I'm right there.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, that's weird.
All right. Well, Lyx, your turn.
That was so crazy. So this is like the stuff of nightmares for Lyx, having 2 sailor parents. Like this is not an exciting time. So Lyx is mortified and she's just gonna try and throw an acid bubble. Just kind of see what happens. So do a dex saving throw to the left tentacle, the one closest to the
left. Okay.
Yeah.
13.
Nope.
Oh
Okay.
shit. Okay. Roll for damage. So the leftmost one, the one that Sneak just jumped off of.
Yeah. So it's 6 damage.
Okay.
Nice blast of acid.
Awesome. You burn it. It's wailing in fury, but still hanging on as blood is dripping off this tentacle, falling profusely. Anything else?
I think I'm gonna back up another 5 feet if I can. Oh no, I can't. I'm as far as I can go.
Okay.
I'm staying hidden and scared.
Is that it? The tentacle, the leftmost tentacle, in absolute fury and rage, whips back and does a giant sweep at all of you clumped up in this space together. And I need all of you to do a dexterity saving throw. Uh-oh. Okay, so what happens? This is what happens. Melvin and Willow, you take the full brunt of this hit and take 15 damage each by this massive tentacle attack. So Willow, I think you're at 15 now. Melvin, I'll subtract for you minus 15. Lyx and Sneak, you each take we'll do 6 damage for you. Each of you take 6 damage as you still get kind of smacked, but you kind of trip over the tentacles. Melvin and Willow, you are thrown to the ground and you're both knocked prone now. As this other tentacle sees, I kind of just moved you guys willy-nilly. I'm gonna say it actually goes for you, Willow, because you've been bugging them more with powerful attacks. This tentacle sees you prone and reaches for you, Willow, and slams down onto your body. It hits. It's at advantage, so I promise you it hits. You're gonna take another. Yeah, you're gonna take another. Okay, 6 damage. Not that bad. Not as bad. You're kicking. You're still kicking, just barely. But I need you to do a, I'm guessing, athletics check at disadvantage now because you're prone. So the tentacles, clearly seeing you all clump up, are done with you and are slamming on you. That ain't good enough as this tentacle picks you up and you are now grappled by this tentacle, totally wrapped around you, tentacle holding you up, and you are lifted up like 40 feet above the ground right now, just getting moved around violently. But that is it for the tentacles. Willow, it's actually your turn, Willow. So what you can do, Willow, is do the saving throw again to try and escape the grasp. However,
Oh no, I'm good. Do I have use of my arms?
yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. It just fucked up because now it's in melee. I'm gonna kick into a rage first,
Okay.
so I can get that damage now. And I don't know where that voice came from. So this better hit or I'm gonna be mad.
That hits.
Sweet, okay.
No damage and add your rage. Okay, so 10.
Okay,
Right?
well, yes, but also
Oh, and D4. Yep.
that's a 6, my bad. I almost rolled a 6. That's a 2. So 12.
12 damage total. Okay, hell yeah.
Yeah,
How
no,
does this
she's
look?
good.
How does this look, Willow? It's still kicking, but you are grappled by it, and like, yeah, just pure Lord of the Rings, like Minds of Moria, just like fucking on it, and just
I think she's just pissed and she's just gonna scream and start wailing on it because she just got hit twice and she's feeling real bad.
hell yeah. So okay, yeah, you can't do anything else, I think, unless you
I
want to try
can't
to.
move, I can't do
Can you
anything.
do you
I
want to?
can't.
You can try to escape the grapple if you want to, and I believe that's at advantage with rage. I will say though, you will drop to the water, right?
I don't see that advantage in me. So I'm just gonna keep where I'm at and get ready to keep hitting it if I can.
Okay, cool. Alrighty. Melvin, your turn, and then back to sneak. Melvin, you are prone, so you need to use half your movement speed to get up if you want to get up.
Yep, I'm gonna use half my movement speed, so now I'm at 15. I am down to
So the leftmost one is bleeding profusely. The rightmost one is starting to bleed some.
And also is holding Willow, who is hurt.
I am
It's
forced
fun.
to. I'm gonna throw another dimension beam at it. So go ahead and make a spell save, a dexterity spell save, please.
The one holding Willow?
The other one.
Okay. It does dex save?
Yeah.
18.
Fucking A.
These are actually pretty dexterous things. They're very fast. So is it no damage?
No damage.
The same weird effect happens and slams a beam out, randomly hitting one of the orbs. And now the red orb is lit up as it's hit by your magic. The red orb's lit up. The black and the white ones are dull. The red orb shines brightly in
Melvin
red.
takes time to think about that. So maybe he shouts, kind of realizing what's happening, that these are the bonuses that are a lot like somehow in character. He explains to the party that he thinks that these are the moons that are powering certain types of magic. He's understood the tide well enough to understand that each moon holds a certain kind of like energy or domain of magic, or at least he thinks it does. So that's what Melvin is screaming during his action once he realizes Dimension Beam has gone awry. Then I think, again, I'm going to focus on Willow. Willow, are you okay? So I'm going to...
No, I'm not.
So
I
I'm
think
gonna...
of like I think of
spell slot. Yeah.
8
Okay.
health
So
for
then
Willow.
I still get. So I am no longer prone. So let me take away that status condition.
Willow, I can add your health for you real quick. But yeah, keep cooking. Melvin.
So then am I gonna move? I think I'm going to move kind of 5, 10, 15 to this corner and sort of take up
Okay.
position, but kind of beside this rock. How big is that rock?
It's like a foot. It's like nothing.
Okay, well, a foot is still better than no foot. It's still something, some sort of marker. I don't know. Melvin's looking for cover. Maybe he didn't.
It's grabbable. It's definitely grabbable.
Okay. Well, good to know. So I'm going to go ahead and end my turn now that I've taken action, bonus action, and movement. And
Perfect.
shouted out that each of the moons is probably doing a little something every time we use a different radiant damage. And my
Well,
turn.
when you hit it, so far when you've hit it, it's changed the dullness to brightness, or from bright to dull. Alrighty, Sneak, you're up, and then Lyx.
Okay, so does it go?
Leftmost one is bleeding profusely. This one looks hurt. The
Okay,
right one.
does it go down into the water, or does it go up and there's like a ledge?
The tentacles?
No, the water. So like if I was, does it go down into the water, or does it, because it kind of looks like there's a ledge over here. So is there a ledge touching the
Can
water?
you ping it? Sorry, are you able to ping it? I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, kind of this area here. Is that ledge?
So it's like, no, it's kind of like cliff. Yeah, I guess
It's
it is
cliff?
a ledge. Yeah.
Oh, this is great. Okay, cool. So mine's really simple. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot at this right one here, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna move myself to this little ledge here and duck down, and then I'm gonna end my turn.
So you want to jump down on the ledge?
I want to go under the
So-
ledge.
I'll tell you real quick, as you glance at it, it looks like very slippery, wet rock.
I want to hide behind the rock. I want to hide behind the ledge.
So no, sorry, it's like a cliff. I don't know. I may be saying this wrong.
Oh,
It's not. Yeah.
okay.
It's like literally you,
So
you
it
fall
goes
over.
down. So it goes down into
Yeah.
the water. Okay. I just
Yeah.
had to understand. Okay, so then I'm not gonna do that.
And it's, honestly, and sorry, and there's not much there either. It's like it's pretty. You were able to touch it with your hand, with the water with your hand. So it's not much there. It's not much to really grapple onto. Try. It might be difficult.
We have that bomb. Should we throw it in? That could have probably ended this whole motherfucker. Just pop the bomb up in the water. All right, you know what? No, I think the consensus is no. So
So sorry, what are you doing? Were you gonna attack the right one?
yeah, I'm gonna attack the right one. I'm gonna just shoot
Go
it.
ahead and do
Yeah.
that. Yep. Go
I'm
ahead
gonna
and do
just
that.
do that, and then pretty much leave it at that. I don't think I need to do anything else. Maybe just fucking pray.
Oh wait, no, that just hits. Okay, roll for damage. Perfect. Yep. Why is your damage so high, dude? I'm gonna go with 8.
Okay, I
I'm
don't.
gonna
Yeah,
go
I don't
with 8
know.
there. Oh, you know what? I think that first one is to hit. So you're using your actual weapon there, and that's your right stats. So you just need to click that weapon in the future.
Okay, great. That's good to know.
It did everything. Yeah. It did everything
great.
there. So
Okay.
you hit and you did 8 damage.
Great.
That makes sense. That's awesome. That's a good setting.
Yeah, that is nice.
Anything else?
Nope.
Perfect. Lyx, you're up. Left bloodied as hell, right injured.
All right, so taking in what Melvin was trying to share, I'm gonna cast Witch Bolt toward the black orb.
Okay.
And so it's a beam of crackling blue energy,
What's the
lances
range?
out. It's 30 feet, so I'm gonna use a sorcery point to double my range
Okay.
to be 60
You
feet.
do have a sneak in your way.
Yeah, and I need to move about 15 feet forward to be in that 60
Okay.
foot. So I am gonna be like as close to sneak as I possibly can.
Okay, I'm gonna say you hit it. You hit the black orb. It lights up. So now the black and red orbs are lit up. The white orb is dull.
So it won't take any of the damage. It's more like I just turned the light on.
Yeah, basically. Your magic has just turned it on.
But you said now the red orb is dull?
No, it's still bright because you didn't hit the red one.
Okay.
Melvin hit the red one and turned it on.
Okay.
Melvin has hit the white one to turn it off, and he's hit the red one to turn it on. So now the black and the red one are on.
I'll just
So
shout.
yeah, the black one just kind of looks, if the room actually changes a little bit, and this feels like more power is being concentrated. The Tide users, you feel this energy flowing through the room, but it's still not fully unleashed.
I would be shouting for Willow, excuse me. Willow, get off of it. Oh.
Anything else?
At the moment,
I'm like done. I'm like waiting for one of my friends to be just like pulled under by a sea demon.
Alrighty, that's it? Okay, Tentacle's turn. Oh my god. Alright, the rightmost tentacle sees, or somehow senses, a new and nesty friend moving around the corners and flings Willow at breakneck speeds at Melvin. Melvin, I need you to do a dexterity saving throw to dodge your friend Willow. Or yeah.
do I get an acrobatics to like lessen the damage on myself?
You have rage on, so you'll take half damage because
Okay.
this will be a bludgeoning attack.
Inspiration.
Okay. You dodge Willow. Cool. Willow, you will take, okay, with your rage, could be worse. You take 6 damage with your rage.
I can't heal you.
It's half. As you slam into the wall, Willow, but you are slammed against the wall and you're prone again, Willow, knocked down to the ground. But thanks to your rage, you are hanging on you're hanging on as this tentacle just flung you. This tentacle, hearing a loud gnome screaming, goes for the little gnome right next to it. A 17. Does a 17 hit? Okay, you take 10 damage. I need you to do a acrobatic or athletics check.
10 damage puts me unconscious.
No, you're at 5 on my end.
No, I had 9 and
Oh, really?
yeah.
Okay, you're unconscious, so you automatically fail as you're grappled by this being. Your friend Lyx is totally unconscious at death's door, being gripped by this giant bleeding tentacle, this tentacle profusely bleeding. Now its tentacles wrapping further and further around Lyx, who's totally unconscious, seemingly looking to strangle and choke Lyx and finish her off. You get the feeling that anything more and Lyx is gone. Alrighty. That's the tentacle's turn. It is Willow Venra's turn, and then we have Melvin.
Okay, that changed everything. So, has anybody been calling out about the orbs?
Yeah, Melvin has.
Okay, in a last-ditch attempt to not hurt Lyx or anything, because it seems like the orbs matter, she's gonna go for the white one. That's the one that's dim now, right?
Yeah,
And just hit it with the
radiant thing.
Yeah.
You do it,
Yeah.
and it turns on, and now all 3 of them are lit up, and nothing happens.
That's
In fact, you feel Lyx. You're unconscious, but Melvin, you feel that power that you felt before in the room, that magic arcane energy, completely shrinks and is gone again.
So all three are.
So all 3 are bright,
There's balance.
and Lyx.
I don't know, there's nothing I can do, right?
That was your attack action.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is scary. Should we take a break, or you guys want to
Yeah.
finish this? Okay.
I'm gonna finish her.
Okay. I'm going to drink a quick health potion, and I think that'll end my turn because I can't. I'm sorry, Lex. I can't do anything else.
Do it as a bonus action, right? That's my house rule. You're gonna have to roll though for that one. So go ahead and roll, and that's what you get. All right, Melvin, it's your turn. And you can write down in the chat how much you heal as Melvin goes, and then we have sneak. And then Lyx, you gotta get ready to do death saving throws.
Tristan, make me a con save. So Melvin is gonna use shatter.
For both?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you'll put it in range of both of them.
I'm gonna put in a range of both of Should I?
I got a 20 and an 18. These are
You're
thick
fucking
boys. They're
kidding me,
thick
dude.
boys.
I can't do
Is
shit.
it half damage?
Yeah, so
Okay,
give
roll
me
damage.
10. So give me 10 damage then.
Immediately, the leftmost tentacle severs in half. As it was sitting at death's door, Lyx's limp body splashes into the water, floating now, unconscious. As this tentacle and the whole room erupts, you hear this horrifying screech, just as half of the tentacle stub, the left one goes and sinks into the water. That tentacle, so this tentacle is now gone, but Lyx is floating here, unconscious in the water. This one takes some damage, the 10 damage. This one's also looking very bad too, actually. It's bleeding profusely. Anything else, Melvin?
I'm gonna use healing word on Lyx as I see her falling. She's within
What's the range on that?
60 feet.
Okay. Yep.
So it's gonna be a first level, but it will hopefully stabilize her. Well, I think it actually definitely will.
It does. Any healing spells, yeah, unconsciousness is bad, but it's not the end of the line. Any healing immediately brings you back. So 8 health, Lyx, you're back to 8 health. As your friend's healing song resonates from above you, and you come to, but now you're in the water on your back in this pool. You feel as the tentacle kind of slithers down, brisk your foot, but it keeps sinking further and further in. This
And I'm
tentacle
gonna-
is moving around violently in pure anger and rage.
I don't think I'm. Who is Willow? Where are you? You're up at the
Right
top.
next to you. She's
Ah,
prone right
okay.
behind you.
Okay, so she's
You dodged her.
okay.
I'm so happy I got to use all their moves.
I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Dart down the hallway.
Oh, you're running away? Okay.
Yep, I'm gonna run away. Kind of
Okay.
run away, but because it's not within melee range. Okay, I'm gonna end my turn.
All right, sneak and then Lyx. This one's bleeding profusely now, the right one. The left one's totally gone. It's underwater.
Okay, so is Lick still in the water?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go and jump into the water and grab the homie Lick and just try to bring her up. I would just like to make that my only move. I really.
Okay.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, can I shoot before I jump into the water to grab? No. I'm gonna do that after if I
To grab her would be an action.
Okay, then we're
So
doing
you
that.
either
We're doing
choose to
that.
shoot or grab.
We'll
Okay.
grab her.
And I'll say you succeed because she's small. I won't make you do a strength thing. Actually, no. Do an athletics still because it's
Sure.
swimming and pulling. Do athletics, and then Lyx, it's your turn. One tentacle is in the water with you guys.
7.
Okay, so what happens is you don't make it back. You both are now in the water. Lyx is on your back, and you're both staring at this giant tentacle, looking at you both as the waves are moving toward you.
Sorry,
All right,
dude.
Lyx, your turn.
So coughing up water.
Yeah, coming back too. You were unconscious.
Yeah. Trying to purge any water from the system. Where are we? Like, did Sneak get us moving anywhere?
Not really, no, but you're on him. So you're like, yeah, you guys are like right there. You're a little closer.
So can I use any of my movement speed to get us out?
Sure, if you're trying to move him out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
yeah.
maybe like if I'm on his back, I'm like kicking, like trying to get a little more movement away from the water.
Okay.
So how much can I move?
So you have to be your action to move you?
I don't want it to be my action. I want it to be my movement.
You'll have to. If you're moving him, it'll have to be your action. That's exactly what I did to him just now, and I think that's fair. You're grabbing something, you're pulling, unless it's like a rock, right? If it's something so light, but this is actual effort.
Okay. Then in the water, I will just rage in my own little way and throw a lightning bolt at the one surviving tentacle.
Do I have to do a dex save?
I make the attack.
Oh, attack to hit. All right, here it is. Here it is.
Natural me.
Yes! There we go.
Wow, the 20 d20 is in my favor.
How do you do? How does this look? And this.
I just can't believe I can kind of understand that I was just gone, that there was a moment of being in a liminal space and my friends brought me back, and I'm just so hateful to this stupid fucking tentacle monster. And it just comes right out my palm. Palpatine lightning.
Yeah, and it totally is amplified with how wet it is. The whole tentacle's kind of moving. There's some small shock waves that kind of almost reach you all, but not quite.
That's what I was worried about.
Not quite. It just little zaps at that point. It's able to dissipate enough. But some fish do come out of the water around the tentacle dead, flipped over, as this tentacle just slithers down into the water, looking basically dead, looking like a burnt, bleeding Chris. And for a moment, the strength of the tentacle going down in the water pulls both of you and Sneak down for a little bit as the what's the word I'm looking for? The current of the strength of the tentacle pulls you down into the water for just so able to swim back up as you're both there's no waves now. This is almost like a wave pool now, as both these tentacles have been going around. But you all have killed these tentacles, and you're back in this room.
And Melvin ran away.
You all. Melvin was ready to run. Melvin was ready to run as the tentacles have been.
To be fair, Melvin was going to stand back so that he could project forward the spell cast.
Hey,
I was going to use my last spell
guys.
slot for you bitches.
Guys, running away is a very, very viable thing to do, and there was nothing blocking the entrance. It was there. It was a way. It was a way to get out.
I didn't have to run down the hallway.
Yeah.
Down in the entrance, the foyer.
But good job, you all beat this almost boss-like being. These two giant tentacles just fucking you guys up. So all of these orbs are now lit up, and you're just back in this room with the pool. But I think it's a good time to take a break and reconvene. All this commotion has suddenly, you all start to hear as bats start flooding the room, the top of the room, flying around everywhere, seemingly not aggressive, not trying to hurt you all, but they're swarming, coming out of random, hidden from the top of the roof and this giant ceiling, in weird craggly rocks that are still spread around. This room is a weird mix of what was beautiful structures, but mixed with oceanic cliffsides and rocks and barnacles and water dripping. So it's still the same beautiful obsidian towers, but like mixed with that ocean aesthetic. And now bats flying around everywhere. There's dead fish that are now floating limp in the pool from Lyx's lightning. as all of a sudden, all the silence of the temple, all the emptiness, it seems like life is coming back now. There's bats flying everywhere, and some fish are still kind of jumping around in fear. And yeah, you guys did really well in combat. Lyx almost lost, but Lyx and Sneak, you're kind of floating in the water. Lyx, you just caught yourself and just unleashed this amazing lightning bolt to finish off this battle. You guys are all in this room. All of 3 of these orbs are now bright and shining with power. And yeah, and that's kind of the scene. This mountain or this ocean cliffside looks very rocky and slippery still, and quite tall. It's hard to tell from this picture, but it's probably like 40 feet-ish. And you could see some books kind of peering from the top of it, like the bookshelves. But yeah, you guys are all back. You almost died by 2 giant tentacles. Willow was thrown around like a rag doll. Some of you were gripped and about to be crushed. You were all smacked around pretty much. But you had your epic moments. Sneak, you were going to town, just cutting it, being brave, jumping right onto one of these tentacles, and then everyone else kind of using their range and abilities to help out the crew and do some damage as well. But this is the scene. Can you guys see the bat tokens? Are they there? Okay, cool. Yeah, more so for flavor, but there's bats flying around. Lots of bats, hundreds. Some of them are actually flying into different rooms too, flying away into different rooms.
Are we in the water still?
Yeah, you and Lyx are. Now you guys are back. We're back in exploration mode. So you guys can move around as you will.
Cool. Then I'm definitely going to try to swim back to shore.
I was gonna say I'm gonna go to the shore and like help them out of the water, knowing that they're both pretty hurt. And I'm also, before I actually do it, I'm gonna talk to everybody and be like, should I go ahead and deactivate the central white thing again? Because that was my mistake. That messed things up.
Hold on. I have a theory, a hypothesis, but let's focus on getting these 2 dry. They look like drowned rats. Wait, that wasn't Melodia, but sorry. So maybe Melvin suggests that we sit down, short rest, contemplate this puzzle, and build a fire, kind of on the shoreline. So that's where they can take rest. We go back into the chamber.
My vote is to go
Perfect.
back into the chamber. That felt safer, and there weren't tentacles that were popping out of the water.
I agree.
Alrighty. So actually, just to make it easier, since all your less health is now, we will go back in that room, especially if you guys want to like explore there or go to different rooms or whatever. But let's just do the short rest here. I mean, it's happening in there, but just let me heal you guys here. So go ahead and roll your hit dice. So you all have a set amount of hit dice. It should be kind of clear on your sheets. You can roll as many of those as you want, and you can add, for each hit die, you can also add your Constitution mod to that. Maybe roll 20 already does it. So Sneak is your, I guess that makes sense. Your Constitution mod probably is a 0. It's +0. Okay.
0.
So Sneak, you get 2 more health. You can spend more hit dice if you have them. You just make sure you guys are tracking how many you're using. Oh dang, Willow, that sucks. The natural 1. Do you want to use your inspiration? Do you have it? You can use it for anything. It might be a good time to use it. So you do heal 12. I'll add that +12 for the better one as you.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll use that, and I might roll again just in case, but we'll just pretend like that first one didn't happen.
Yeah, so you can roll again. Sneak, I didn't add your health yet, Sneak.
I have
I've only
4.
added-
Oh, I added it.
Okay, cool.
Anyways, I have 4 hit dice, but I think I'm going to stop at this for right now.
You'll stay at that health. Okay, yep, you guys can use as much as you want. So this is how short rests work.
I also want to flag, Cristian. I did engage Song
yeah.
of Rest.
Yep.
So that first hit dice was to expend. So everybody roll
Roll, yeah.
D6 plus your healing. So then I'm gonna roll my own short rest D8.
I
So
think it
now I'm
doesn't
down.
add your Constitution modifier to that. It's just an extra D6, which is good. So everyone go ahead and just roll a flat D6 and you're gonna get this health as well. All right, Sneak, you got 2 more health. Hey, that's pretty good for you.
Oh, you're
Shit,
kidding me.
that sucks. Melvin, have you
Okay.
been adding your health?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Do you know how to
roll
do it on
D-
your token? I just don't know if the health has changed on my end.
Yeah, I haven't rolled my heal yet.
Oh, my bad. Yep.
Was marking 1, then I gain 5 back, which is fine. Did my
Sure,
health go up?
That's fine, Willow. That's fine, because I see you're at max health, Willow, so that's fair.
I'm actually so that's 1.
Yeah, your health went up.
2.
Yep, I see it. Yep. Lyx,
I'm gonna-
have you healed? Okay, I see you at 22 health on my end. Is that right? Okay, perfect.
Out of character, can I ask this of my friends? Like, should I roll another hit dice to try and heal myself, or is that not allowed to ask?
Oh, like
I'm asking as like a player, like, hey, what do you guys think? Is that
if you have hit dice, you can use them at the short rest. You can use as many as you want.
I got 4. So I used 1 to engage our short rest, another for mine. I think I'm gonna stay. That way I can engage Song of Rest one more time if we have to short rest in the dungeon. So I think I'm gonna stay at this current health.
I'm gonna say though, you are our
I talked
health.
myself through it.
You are
No,
our
no,
health. So make sure
Melvin,
you.
your spell's stronger than what you're saying. You don't have to spend one to heal everyone. It's just them by spending a hit dice, you slap on this extra D6. You're not losing that.
You should use
Oh,
it.
okay, then yeah.
It's just
I'm definitely
it's just passive ability, right? That
yeah.
this isn't even a spell slot. It's any short rest. Is there a limit? Maybe your charisma mod? There's probably some kind of limit.
I typed in so
You know what I'm saying? No, it's stronger than that. You just slap on a D6 to everyone who uses hit dice to heal.
mm,
Yep. So you don't have to spend one. That's how I'm
okay.
reading it, and that seems. I mean, yeah, it's a D6 is nice, but it's not game changing. So I think it's totally fair not to. It shouldn't be you spend a hit dice for that.
Okay, so then now I've done it again for myself.
Cool.
So 9 total. So I give myself 2, 3, 4, 5. And then do I add my D6 as well?
Yeah, yeah. Each of those creatures, if you or any friendly creatures, yeah, who can hear your performance. Could I ask you what this performance is like? As you guys are around the Unity Pond now, the fireflies are back. Some bats are flying above now. The fireflies above in the room.
I think it's probably gonna be Sir Ispin's Jovial Remembrance.
Aw.
So that's a callback, you
That's
know,
a great
thinking of
callback because this was an insane encounter, a very Ispin-like, tavern tale encounter. So that's a great callback.
yeah. So that's what Melvin 1d6. Sweet.
But yeah, something like Goofy. Did you make a Ispin song? You did. I think I remember you did a song maybe for him.
Yep.
Cool.
So I'm back to full health.
Yeah, I think you almost all are, except maybe for Sneak, but you're all almost there, which is better. Yeah, so you all spend an hour kind of listening to Melvin's music around the Unity Pond. Melvin, the little black flame is still around you and kind of like dancing around to your music, just hopping around. It almost gets a little bigger with you all kind of vibing more and being together in camaraderie, just catching your breath. Is there anything you guys say or do during this short rest? Technically, during a short rest, you can do like really passive things, talk, yeah, breathe, sleep, nap.
We sort of talked about it offline that they're going to engage and Melvin's going to ask what they think about the orbs. He's going to assert that he thinks, as he understands the tide and how the tide works, is that each domain has its own sort of lane. And now he's explaining in character that when all the orbs were engaged, the magical energy seemed to dissipate and turn to neutral. So he thinks that when all 3 moons are engaged, that's when the tide is best in balance. So there's something to that, he thinks, and you guys can respond in character or out of character. I don't know, whatever Cristian wants us to do.
Whichever you guys want. We don't have to push the short rest like this if you don't want to. So do you guys want to actually go back to the Unity Pond room, or are you gonna try to do something in this room?
There's a library up there. I mean, it's very slippery, but I mean, obviously that might be something, right?
You still have Spider Climb, I think. Oh, actually, no. Spider Climb's gone because Lyx is unconscious. So the spell is gone.
I was just gonna say if nobody wants to do anything in the Unity room, then we can just stay here and
Yeah.
Willow mentioned doing something.
Yeah, I was kind of
I was gonna say, okay, so Willow can fly, right? Can you just like fly up to the library and check it out, or?
I don't really know. I mean, I could try. That was kind of my friend's dad is about to die. Yeah, I don't know. I can try it.
Can you? I'll put all my faith in you if that'll help.
We'll see. And Willow's gonna try to bamf out the wings. Does it work?
So the energy in the room shifts towards Willow as you are thinking of these wings in the water, the murky water. Again, you see that terrifying tall being kind of stretching across the entire length of the water from your end all the way to the ocean side. This feathery being, and then like its head kind of like turns to you with this pale white. It's hard to even describe what you're looking at as your wings pop out and they feel strong and they feel powerful in here.
Okay, I guess that's a thing I can do. Yeah, so wings out, she's just gonna try to stretch it out a little bit and fly over to the books, I guess. See
Okay.
what we
Okay. Yeah. So you flying over, let's do I think a dex check as bats are flying everywhere.
That's fair.
And you're still new to this. Oh shit. Sure, I'll take a save. That's fine. It's not that serious. Yeah, you do really well. Surprisingly, I don't know, the vibes of battle, of your friends being okay, of resting, of Melvin's beautiful song. You soar through, dodging and weaving around the bats as the bats kind of ignore you and fly around. Some of them kind of stop and skitter in front of you and then like nervously go away as you make it to, after a little bit of, a few seconds, maybe like 20-ish seconds, you make it to this top part. Willow, are you able to see it yet, or I think I need to unlock this?
No, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing something.
What do you see?
It looks like almost a little library kind of nook.
Yeah, like library stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you make it there and it looks like, yeah, just giant shelves filled with books, but very noticeably, there are kind of bags scattered around and maybe like rusty weapons. There's a couple of robed individuals in red and white that it looks just like robes on the ground. And in the center of the books over here in the middle is an individual in black robes. It's a skeleton, and it's very horrific and hard to really describe, but from the skeleton's chin, it seems like dried tentacles are coming out of its chin as it looks like it's splattered against the wall. This amulet shining brightly on its chest. And yeah, and there's a red and white robed individual dead near this individual. Books scattered everywhere as the amulet starts to pulse with arcane energy, just it's kind of this black purplish thing, almost like a
Like
heartbeat.
it wasn't doing it until I got there.
Yeah, it's picking up, and then it bursts, and out flying with intense speed right at you is a flame, a dark flame that's looking at you, and it looks like it's shivering, it's shaking, it looks like it's about to just engulf you, it's about to like blow up in your face like a bomb, and then it starts to calm down as it starts to swirl around you.
Sweet! Yeah, I think that she would immediately like brace for it, and then seeing that it wasn't harming her, just kind of be like, looks like there was a bad fight up here, and I might also have a flame now. Does anyone else want to come up here? Look for some good things in the books, I guess.
How?
I'm not going back in that water.
I'm strong and I have wings. I think I could carry one person since you're all smaller than me.
Abbey!
Who's gonna go? This will take some time.
It's gonna take a minute, but he's small.
It looks like Sneak's first.
All right, I'm gonna go down
Sneak, you're up there. Willow, you can pick up others who want to come too, but it takes time. Sneak, you are up here now first, so you can do stuff. Yeah, you see the 3 dead bodies. That amulet's totally shattered now that was on this black-robed individual, skeleton individual with weird crusty tentacles coming out of its chin. Pretty long, some are about a foot. Pretty horrific. But yeah, there's books everywhere, Sneak. You see kind of weird bags everywhere. You do kind of see some gold scattered around as well.
Can I do an investigation check?
Yeah, what are you trying to investigate?
I just want to see if there's any books that stand out, maybe even to my family, or even just, I want to see anything that stands out. I want to be searching around.
Yeah, I like that. So you're looking for books important to your family and just anything that really stands out.
So I'm gonna go back and get Melvin, because it looks like he wants to come, but before I do, I'm going to turn to Sneak and say, please don't touch any of the bodies or anything else that looks like water, and then head back down.
Don't tell me what to do.
And I just saw your check, which was amazing. So yeah, Sneak just goes, don't tell me what to do, and immediately like maybe skips to the bookshelves excitedly. And yeah, Sneak, you immediately find, you're like, I think Melvin or Lyx or someone, I don't know, they keep talking about New Atari. You find this book, almost like Bible looking book that's very dark and kind of evil, and it's like, oh, New Atari, isn't that, I don't know, the temple we're in or something? You grab that book, you go around, and you do find a book on the Knights of the Rose. This is something that catches your attention for your family. So Sneak, you now have 3 books. You might want to jot this down. You have the Book of New Atari. I'll type it here. Maybe you put this in the bag of holding. And you find one more book that really catches your attention, Sneak. It's not a normal book, but it's simply labeled Isabella's Diary. Isabella caught your attention because it's the same name on the note that you found, Sneak. that said, I hope Isabella is safe, or something along those lines. Sneak, I will also say, with that high of an investigation check, you find near some of the robed bodies in bags 2 potions, and they actually, weirdly enough, have labels that you can read and understand, Sneak, and they are these potions right here. 2 potions of water breathing. You also find 1 common healing potion, so someone can grab that too. So there's 2 potions of water breathing, 1 common potion of healing, and those 3 books. Sneak, you found those 3 books, and you found 20 gold pieces that you can spread, 20 gold pieces for each of you, actually. So you found 80 gold, I guess. 80 gold, and I'm guessing you'll split it 20 gold each.
Damn, a lot of money
The-
in this library.
Yeah, just more. It looks like there was a battle, just bags and chests broken. It looks like this was a place of storage of some kind, and also books. And it's all just been annihilated and scattered around. And
I found the loot, baby.
Yeah, Sneak, with that high investigation, you found quite a lot of interesting stuff and interesting book, including Isabella's diary. So let me see. Let's go to Melvin because I know he was next. Okay, cool. Yep, Melvin, you help Sneak grab like all that gold because it is a lot of gold.
And then, does anyone really want to possess the items? Because otherwise, I'll just put all that info in bag of holding right now.
Yeah, and just so you're all
Do you
aware,
mean the diary? Well, we should keep the diary out.
So I meant like the potions. Like, does someone want those in their backpack, or should I put it in bag of holding?
Can I get 1 healing potion?
For sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, I figure keeping the healer.
Mhm.
Sorry. I'm like,
Okay.
give me the healing potion.
Yeah. No, I think that makes sense. And then, I could take a water breathing potion
Mm-hmm.
and put it in my backpack. Does someone else want the other one, or do they want to put it in the bag? Throwing it in the bag.
Put it in the bag of holding.
Willow, over a minute has passed and your wings are still active.
Okay,
So-
good to know. They
yeah.
stayed for a while the last time, so I think she was hoping they would be there for a little bit.
Yeah, they feel firm. They feel strong in this place. And yeah, and just so you all know, the potion of water breathing, you can breathe underwater for 1 hour after drinking this potion. Its cloudy green fluid smells of the sea and has a jellyfish-like bubble floating in it. So yeah, you can breathe underwater with this potion.
Do you think it's something I should try to do now? Does everyone think maybe like I should drink one of these and just like dive down there and see if I can find anything?
I would prefer to check out
Uh,
the orbs first before we do anything that may or may not incur a whole other battle.
Sounds good.
Could Melvin and Lyx do arcane check? And yeah, let me know if there's anything you guys want to do. So yeah, it just looks kind of destroyed up here. Sneak probably got the most interesting book, the books that kind of caught his attention and probably the
I got
attention
a
of all of you.
17 as well.
Nice. You both really feel intense density, like excuse me, a dense amount of power coming from flaming dark orb following Willow now. So you feel this one feels different than the one that's following Melvin. This one feels like a dense ball of energy and power.
Lyx, what should we do with it? Should we try to take it? I'm afraid to touch it. What do you sense?
I mean, it seems to like Willow, so maybe we just let it hang out with her while we keep looking for the other ones. Is it hurting you, Willow?
No, it just kind of shot at me and it's just been floating around since. Hasn't made any other attacks or anything towards me or anybody else yet.
Well, my friends, it seems as though we found 2 of 4, kind of glancing up at the happier one. Floating around, kind of being like, hey, Melvin, wait a minute. I'm making a Zelda joke. I'm sorry.
Hey, listen.
Out of curiosity, do the flames interact when Willow and Melvin are close to each other at all, or do they just kind of stay general same
Great
swirling?
Yeah, yours is kind of like if a flame could be aggressive, it is. The other one is staying close to Melvin's other side and avoiding yours at all costs. And yours is still kind of like whirling around like Melvin's following you. But whenever the other one gets close, it stops and like just shakes in this very tense flicker. And yeah. So it's
Okay, that's really funny.
may-
I'll try to stay away from Melvin unless I need to.
But yeah, you guys are about 40 feet high on this ocean cliffside that's combined with what looks like a library and storage area where these individuals maybe fought, some ritual was cast, maybe something crazy happened.
Do we get the sense that we found about everything we're gonna find since Sneak's investigation was pretty high?
I mean, there's more books for sure, but yeah, it looks like all the gold. I mean, there's broken weapons that look pretty worthless. You know, there's their robes. Yeah, I would imagine that Sneak and Melvin kind of checked the robes and found some gold in some of the bodies. But a lot of it was scattered around. Most of it was just scattered on the ground. There's lots of pages and stuff ripped up. A lot of it is not legible. It's all wet, right? A lot of it's wet. The roof is still dripping in here, you know, as it has been in all of the rooms so far. Yeah, from what you all have done, that seems like that's everything that seems of value here.
Okay, so is everybody ready to go back down, or is there anything else we want to do up here?
Can I investigate to see if there's a medium or large tank?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead, do that.
Ooh, 7.
You find one and it's broken. It looks beyond repair, unfortunately.
Okay.
Good call though. So you guys gonna go back? Anything else you guys want to do in this room? Are you guys gonna go back to Unity Pond or head down to whatever that is?
The one that's like towards the south.
You want to head there? Everyone want to do that?
I'm just gonna ask one more time about if we want to deactivate the central thing before we leave, since that seemed to mess with the magic. Once we're all back down.
Sure. I can move you all down quickly. Meow. Oh, a bat followed along, I guess. Meow.
Well, it's Melvin's belief that somehow maybe engaging all of them and bringing them into balance is the way that it should work. Maybe I'm misunderstanding that. I think having them all on brings them to neutral so that one isn't lit, dim, or off.
I'm inclined to agree. It's a little bit, it was getting a little bit freaky in here before. I don't know.
Yeah, I was thinking about balancing it, and then the magic felt weird, or the tide felt weird, so I kind of second guessed that, but if everybody thinks we should keep it on, I have no problem with that. I'm not really used to this whole magic tide thing. Kind of looks behind her. Not really used to these either, so we're just adjusting.
All right, so are you guys heading south then? Gonna just leave the orbs as is? Cool. I'm guessing you want to fish either. That there are dead fish in the water. No. Okay. All right, so we are moving into southmost room. And you guys come in kind of looping. It's actually a stairwell looping down and down and down. And it keeps heading down for actually like a 2 to 3 minute walk. Are you guys gonna keep advancing down these stairs? And it's not super well lit. It's basically up to your guys' dark vision that is keeping you going here. Unless your axe is still lit up. I forgot if it was.
Hey, don't I have hold on. I think I have a forever lit a candle I can light up.
Okay.
I know I sold
You wanna
one of
light
my
that up then?
candles. I have a forever
Oh, is
lit
it a
lantern.
lantern?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it gives you guys a little more room, light. And the second you light it up, you see skeletons lined up along the stairwells. Some in
shit.
black, some in black robes, some in red robes, some in white robes.
I checked the dock again, and it doesn't say that there's like a time limit on it. I guess I just turn it on and off. So I would imagine, given how dark it is, I would keep it on. So we
Okay.
have 2 light sources.
Yeah, so it's pretty well lit. And yeah, as you guys like shine the light around, there's just more skeletons in these robes everywhere. A lot of the black robes actually do have these weird, crusty, like almost fossilized tentacles coming out of their chins. Some of them actually have arms that look like crusty tentacles sticking out. And yeah, you occasionally you see rats scurrying around. You can hear the bats still coming around above you all as the floor is still like pretty wet. It's pretty wet and a little slippery, and there's algae and starting to form along the walls. And it's this weird mix of what probably was a nice temple with coastal ocean kind of like bulging out of the structures of the walls and ceiling. And this coastal rock has, you know, the the barnacles and the dripping water still, and it feels starting to feel cooler down here. Very, very cool. So you guys are gonna go all the way down?
Could I do like, I don't know, a perception check? Or I'm just trying to like read the atmosphere.
That would be an insight check if you're trying to get like
Insight?
vibes and
Okay.
atmosphere. Unless you're trying to perceive something. You can do an
Could I-
insight check.
Could I do an investigation check to perceive my surroundings?
Sure. Can you be a little more specific with your investigation? You definitely can.
I want to look for traps, or I want to look for maybe more notes or like little tablets or something.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and very carefully poke the bodies with an investigation check to like see if
Or,
there's
yeah.
any clues on these skeletons.
Okay, go ahead and roll those checks.
So I got a natural 1 on insight.
I mean, you're scared, Lyx. You're just like, what is this? This isn't what you thought it was gonna be, right? This isn't at this point, you're just analyzing your own self, your own feelings.
Okay.
But yeah, you're not really connecting any dots here. All right, Sneak. Yeah, and Melvin, similar-ish. After poking around, like some of them, like creepily, like head falls off, rolls off, and maybe gives you a scare, Melvin, as one of the heads rolls over and the body kind of falls more limp. With those investigation checks, you all know you both start to notice that there's scarring on the walls, kind of like in different colors. Some are black scarring, maybe with fire. Others, it's hard to tell, but it looks seared with some other kind of powerful energies, just scarring and scarring everywhere. And then you do notice that this coastal rock that has kind of been lining lots of parts of the temple is breaking through from the structure, right? So it's broken through. This thing wasn't designed to have these coastal cliffside rocks everywhere. I will say that you both find another 5 gold for everyone else, just by kind of going around and looking at these bodies here. So everyone gets 5 more gold. But yeah, more like broken, useless staffs and rods mostly here. Maybe some spell books, Melvin, but they seem to have no arcane value from what you can tell. They seem totally used up, totally wet and totally rotting. The pages rotting from the drippage of the water here. You both, especially Sneak, you're like, these are really old skeletons, Sneak. You're like, these skeletons have been here a long, long time. They're decaying. I mean, I don't fucking know death like that. I don't know the actual science, but Sneak, somehow you do. You know that. I wish I could actually describe what makes an older bone older. Maybe it's turning more
It's
brown,
gone past
more
the
brittle.
stages of
Yeah.
rigor mortis.
Yeah, it's not so white. It's more like brown skeleton and more cracks in it. You could tell this is old stuff. That's probably what you guys get with pretty good investigation checks there. All right, so Will, you're leading the charge then as you guys make it to the bottom. All right, let me move you guys.
Tank up front.
Let me move you to the front, Willow. You guys make it to this very cool room as suddenly everything seems to go still. There are these 2 flames kind of lingering on each side, but there's this ominous, cool air coming from this pit below you all. And it looks like there was a stone bridge here that was completely broken somehow. More bodies do line up the area, more skeletons, but they seem just like they're lying there around. You guys can see probably 2 next to you and then maybe 1 more over here on the other side. This time it's 2 red robes and 1 over here. And then there's just giant pit, but it's from where you guys are, you just feel the cool air coming from there. The ceiling is very low, noticeably in this room, very, very, very low. So yeah, this is basically the room now, what you see. It's not as tall as the other ones. You guys kind of climb down the spiral, not a spiral stairwell, but it's kind of like looping downward into this room.
Willow, do you think you could fly us across the cavern?
We have that ladder.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm good either way. If the ladder's strong enough to carry y'all.
It's a 10-foot ladder, if I remember. Maybe we could just use it how we need to and climb down or whatever we need to do.
I think we need to climb across. So if we
Yes.
hang it from this corner, can you guys see my line?
Yeah, I see it.
So if we engage it from this corner to that corner, it's 10 feet. Assuming Cristian is like that little hang cliff bit also counts as like a full spot, like that means we can engage it from long point to long point. That's where we could use the ladder, or we could try to make the 15 across with Willow's flight.
This is fun D&D shenanigan ideas. I like it.
So you said it's like almost like disquieting, like
You just
still.
it's almost like a brisk breeze coming from below, but that's about it. Yeah. It's still more of the coastal rocks lining the ceilings, and then yeah, a few skeletons scattered about.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the walls and see if there's anything written or anything that I could like decipher or understand about this place.
Yeah, there's go what do you want to do? How do you want to do this?
I'm looking on the side that we're on, trying to just like mostly looking at the walls, seeing if there's anything to understand what this space is.
Yeah, there is maybe a strange arcane writing on the wall, on the northmost wall. It's a little hard to decipher though. It's like the rocks kind of stop along this arcane thing, so you could actually see the original wall surrounded by this rock, and then whatever arcane language it is there. Or arcane ancient language is one you don't understand.
I'll just point it out to everyone, see if it makes sense or anyone can see it better than I.
Is it in Elvish?
It is not.
Is it in Undercommon?
It's not one that you know.
Okay.
Well, do we keep going deeper into
Would it happen to be in Celestial?
You speak Celestial, or you
I
can
can
read
check
it?
my sheet, but I'm pretty sure I can. I think that's a feature of what I am. Be great if I could find where that is.
Bottom left-hand corner, other proficiencies and languages to the left of your inventory.
Let me check on that because it's not on this one, but I feel like I've had it on one before. Let me just make sure that's a feature of my race. We can keep talking about other things, my bad.
So is the ladder gonna work?
So you're allowed to have one more language, Willow. It doesn't specify which one. Do you want it to be Celestial? That doesn't guarantee that this is Celestial. But
So it says from my quick searching, because I should have done more and I apologize. It says Asmars begin play speaking common and celestial. So that's
Okay.
just my base. And then
okay.
with higher intelligence, we can pick a different one.
Okay, sure. All right. So you, I guess maybe Lyx points this out to on the arcane language,
Holy shit, is it celestial?
and it is celestial. And it says, if you wish to seek the stars, fall in.
Yeah, so the crazy writing says if you wish to see the stars fall in, which I don't feel great about, but that's what it says. So what do y'all think?
Melvin absolutely scaredy cat that he is does not want to do that.
I mean, I could try to like check it out a bit first. I do have the wings, so I can go down a bit and come back up if that makes everybody feel better.
Just take the ladder.
Or the immovable rod and some.
Well, I'll take the rod. That sounds good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll take
take the
the
rod.
immovable rod.
I'm just gonna walk toward the edge, not to
And-
jump in, but to look over.
Not to kill the mood, but is 9 minutes okay for you all? 9 minutes left, and we'll call it there. So this could be our last thing, whatever we're doing here. So, okay, sorry. Tell
Okay.
me again, what is happening? Do it.
So with the movable rod in my hand, and the wings out, I am going to just slowly start to descend with the axe in the other hand so I can try to see things. I also have dark vision on top of that.
Yeah, it looks more like this coastal rock everywhere as you descend kind of 5 feet down. It's very dark. Like, it's actually like dark. It's just going to creep up on you, and it's becoming more and more obscured as you go down. And then suddenly it feels like gravity is starting to pull you down with immense power and force.
Okay, I think as soon as I feel that, I'm gonna try to fly up, and if I can't, I'll click the rod and hold on.
Yeah, it starts to pull you down. So you click the rod. I need you to do a strength saving throw.
Oh Lord, I hope I don't lose this now. Strength save.
As you are literally getting pulled down as if it was a black hole grabbing you down. I'm gonna say that is enough to help you lift up over onto the pole. And so now you're kind of on the pole and just holding on, and it's getting weaker. The pull of gravity is getting weaker, but yeah, you might need to do something. You might need to do you're gonna have to click. I'm guessing you want to click the pole off and fly up, right?
I'm gonna hold right now and be like, guys, it's dark and it feels like it's trying to pull me down. What do we want to do?
Yeah, your hair and your wings are like kind of like angled more down now. It's not as strong as it was like right below the pole. The pole is not moving.
Can we like rally? Like I'm gonna drop to my stomach. Melvin, can you grab me? Or Lyx, can you grab me? And then Lyx, can you grab Melvin? We're gonna try to grab Willow. Can we try to do that real quick?
Is this how we're all going down in it?
We can't leave a homie, dude. We can't just let her fucking get sucked down, dog.
I mean, that might be where we're supposed to go anyway. I'm just asking what y'all want to do. I don't mind going down first. I just need to know that people are coming with me because
I for sure got you. Like, if no one's gonna fucking jump down with you, I will fucking jump down with you. 100%. Like, I will try to help you. Like, I'll drop down to no. I'm not even gonna say this. I'm gonna just go ahead and drop down to my stomach and then reach off of the edge and then just try to reach my hand out to Willow, just to be a homie.
Fucking hinders.
So she's still probably like 10-ish feet away from you.
I don't care.
I know, it's just you reaching out. Like,
All 3'5" of me. Yeah,
I appreciate
no, I get
the
it.
support, but I think we can make a decision.
yeah, right now you just see Sneak trying to reach out at you, Willow.
Sees me like, what are we doing?
Can I pick up a rock and try and like a stone, a pebble, something like that?
Sure.
Willow, watch for this pebble. Throws the pebble.
What? Oh shit.
Not at Willow, but like
It's falling and then it falls at an insane speed, like out of it all of a sudden, very sudden, and is gone.
How long does
Willow-
it take for
Willow
me to-
hears nothing.
Oh, I don't hear an impact.
No.
Yeah, I didn't hear that go anywhere. It just went. So
You still don't hear it.
still not hearing anything. What are we doing, guys?
Oh god. Let's
Christian,
do
let me know
it.
if we're looking for something.
Sorry, what? Let you know if what?
if
you hear
she
it, it
does
still is
eventually hear
nothing.
something while we're
Nothing.
waiting. Okay,
Nothing.
I
No
figured.
sound. I'll let you know, but nothing.
We doing this?
Yo, I'm
All
about to
right.
jump in.
Oh shit. Okay.
She's
What's
gonna
going on?
unclick the rock and just dive in.
You know what? I see her do that. I see Willow do that, and I'm gonna just wiggle myself off and just follow suit. YOLO. I'm gonna I'll jump off. I'm gonna say RIP Lolo, and then jump in. YOLO. RIP lol.
And you two are dead. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh
Um,
my god.
so all of a sudden, it feels horrifying. You're just falling. So Willow and Sneak, you're falling, right? Only you two have Sneak. So Willow,
No,
you just
I jumped. I'll jump.
Holy
Melvin's
shit.
gonna jump too, and he's gonna like hold his nose like he's like about to jump into some water.
You were falling, Willow, since you were first, and all of a sudden you're falling at breakneck speeds, just constantly falling. It's like you're skydiving in this
Yeah, I think
place.
she's gonna try to
Pure
use
darkness.
for stabilization, but it's not gonna do much.
You can't see anything, even with your dark vision. Nothing. This is pure infinite darkness now, and you're falling and falling, wind going through like you're skydiving at a crazy breakneck speed, and then suddenly, Willow, you hear whispers flying by you. Whispers. You hear, oh, she's so beautiful. We're safe now, honey. I think we're safe. You hear that past you as you recognize your original voices flying by you. And then you hear your adoptive parents' voices as well. They will always be here for you, Willow, or however they sound. But you keep hearing them falling around you, these whispers of people. And then you hear your friends from that group. You hear them, it sounds like jovial, laughing, sharing, you looking lovingly at someone. Keeps going, these whispers, these voices keep passing by you at breakneck speeds. You can't respond, it's happening too quick as you keep falling at this intense speed until suddenly you hear the familiar voice of Gorganis say, "We have to leave her, there's no hope for her. We gotta go or we're all gonna die like her," as he yells that out, and you're gasping. And then suddenly you hear, "Hey, what's up, dude?" And it's Sneak's voice.
Coming
as
for you, motherfucker.
As you hear what sounds like Risk coming at you, panting. And now, Sneak, you also hear a similar amount of sounds, all these voices coming out. You hear someone younger saying, "I think this is where they're at." And it keeps passing by. And then you hear, shit, this is crazy, sorry. I didn't think you guys were gonna do this yet. You hear, "Ordelia, I'll follow you till death if I must. This is a quest I must take on." And it disappears. You hear laughter. You hear a group of laughter. And then you hear a beautiful singing voice, a beautiful voice, just the most beautiful singing voice you've ever imagined. And they're actually singing that song that Melvin heard in that Crystal Kingdom with Melodia, that very jumpy, sexy song. And Sneak, you don't know why you're hearing this, but it just passed by you. And then you hear, "It's all my fault. I've let down the whole order." And it passes by you, that voice, and it flies up. And then you hear, "We have to do this, Ma. This is the last one. Once we do this, all our kids will be safe." And then you hear, "I love you so much." And it flies by. And then you hear again, Willow with a flower. You hear her in the forest, and Riss is panting coming up. And then Lyx, I think you were next. Lyx, you just hear a lot of the voices of your dads on their travels to, I forget the dragon place that they went to, but you hear kind of awkward Bill Bricks like shyfully talking to this guy who's like, "Oh, what are you doing over here on the coast? You a sailor?" And you recognize Waywin's voice as you hear a lot of their quotations of their love story kind of pop up. I don't know if you have anything that comes to mind, but you hear basically their whole tale, not their whole tale, but like snippets of what they shared in those stories, until finally you hear, "She's beautiful, my little pebble." And it keeps going and flying, and these voices keep coming and coming and coming. And then it ends with, "You insignificant worm, you'll never amount to anything," as long as young Lord Bacarsa's voice kind of comes at you as he's yelling at you while you were cooking in the kitchen, probably. And then you hear the root and yells, "Oh, you can stay with us as long as you want, as long as you help out." And then you hear kind of your professors and stuff saying like, "Anyone know where Lyx is?" And it keeps going, and these voices keep falling around you. You can't respond. You don't see anything. It's all darkness until eventually you hear, "Want to take a walk in the woods? I got some wacky tobacco," as Melvin's familiar voice comes in. And then Melvin, oh shit, oh, Melvin, you hear your own crying, just your own sound of your tears reflecting in the caves somewhere in Gordrahanis. Maybe you humming to yourself, your humming's coming, and then suddenly you hear, "No, the triple threat is here! Watch out!" And it goes off. And then you hear arrows flying. You hear arrows flying around. And then suddenly you hear a beautiful humming coming from somewhere. And then a burst of energy, a burst of power, all of a sudden, a burst of lights and love and passion. Melodia, who says, "Well, hello there," coming from this amulet as it's falling around you. And then you hear yourself as Melodia singing somewhere, a performance. And you hear clapping, you hear clapping, you hear clapping. And then you hear, "No, this is entertainment." You hear that voice kind of fly up all of a sudden. And then you hear, "She's beautiful, isn't she?" You hear that voice quickly fly by. And then again, arrows, the flitting of arrows, the flitting of arrows. People screaming, people crying, people cheering, people applauding. And then suddenly you talking to Melodia, "We have to go. We have to move on to bigger things," flies up, until you hear Sir Becklin and Raven say, "Oh, welcome to Bogler. We have a place for you over here. We'll accept you. Don't worry. We don't care that you're a new Anesti." As you hear Becklin's voice echo out, and then you hear the voice of Lyx saying excitedly, "Yeah, let's go for a walk," as it all loops back to that moment, and you all are flying at breakneck speeds at different lengths and altitudes, until suddenly you appear above the temple. All of you guys are flying above the temple. But you're staring at the dark moon of New Atari directly above you, as you're falling and falling and falling, and splash, 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 as you all fall at the very beginning where it all began in this temple. And you're back in the pool, flew straight through the hole in the ceiling, and splashed together in this giant splash as you're all wading in this pool, inexplicably appearing above the temple, flying down into a softening splash. And that's where we'll end.
Look all around us, the fireflies, the stars of friendship.